You serious?
Hopefully I look good. Yo! What's going on, everybody? Man, it's your boy HD. I'm not really back. I'm just here because I miss y'all, and I seen that there was a video featuring J. Cole, and I wanted to react to it. That's as simple as, like, I have no excuses as to me, being absent. And by the way, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to anybody and their family. Make sure you guys are staying safe out there. Be careful for people, for little Grinches out there trying to steal y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? You work hard all fucking year, and somebody want to come steal your shit. I understand everything can't be controlled in life, so it may be happen to, one or two, but make sure, do all you can to make sure it don't happen to you. You know what I'm saying? But I miss y'all. I love y'all. I kind of been dealing with, stuff back and forth, but I'm here. I'm relaxing. We're about to get into Naudware. We're about to get into somebody versus J. Cole, and that man, he is a somebody. So I don't want to I just don't want to butcher and disrespect his name.
Even though I kind of already did.
We're gonna get into this. We're gonna have some fun. See what? Hey, I think this the same guy who be, when he interviewed people, he be knowing some stuff that don't nobody else be knowing about, or like some back in the day joints that even the artist or somebody, whoever famous that he be interviewing, be like, how the hell you? I've seen him do 2 interviews before. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't new to me. I think he did one with Jay-Z. And he did whatever, but he did with somebody else, and I thought that was fire. But now that I got stuff to do, I can react to these things. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's have some fun. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing, and let's get into it.
Day in
What?
Vegas.
November 1st of 2019. Day in Vegas. Is that a concert or something? There go J. Cole right there. Hold on.
Hey, do you have any time at all, Cole?
Next year, I got you. For sure.
Like, really? Yeah.
That boy, he look like he just came off of performing. My boy look like he just got off the stage.
How should I, through Catherine
That's
still?
the one.
'Cause-
Next year, I'll tell her that.
Yeah, are you coming to Vancouver, you think?
Next year.
In Vancouver, yeah.
Probably late next year or either 2021.
Okay. Than's again for your set. Thanks
you,
for
bro.
remembering me,
Thank you.
too. I appreciate that.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with
Okay.
y'all. It is so cool. I'm gonna say I've never met J. Cole, of course. I've never met a lot of really famous people, anyway. But I'm pretty sure for you to just be chilling, and all of a sudden J. Cole just walk behind you, and you just so casually, man, I ain't no bitch. I ain't nothing crazy. I ain't no pussy, no holding. But I would have almost passed out. I would have just walked up to him off a rip. First thing first, rest in peace. I'm going. You got me fucked up.
Yeah, see ya. Bye. See ya.
No, I stopped. I'm having too much fun with this. Somebody please let me know how the fuck do you say this man's name? Santa Monica, California, December 9th, 2021. That was only... My favorite.
Here we are at Wingmark Studios.
Uh-oh.
Waiting for J. Cole!
Look at J. Cole. J. Cole like, what's wrong with him, man? Hey, I'm pretty sure he probably cool. He probably have fun. Hey, J. Cole a real one for that. J. Cole is a real one. What the heck? And J. Cole got the Crocs on. Hold on. Go back. And them the Crocs? Dang it. I think he got the Crocs on. I couldn't catch it. Yeah, he got the Crocs on. My boy, that's how you know my boy. Oh, Naudware. All right.
Who are you?
Jermaine Lamar Cole.
J. Cole?
Wait a minute.
A few moments later.
Run that back. Hold on. What?
Who are you?
Jermaine Lamar Cole.
So even when Kendrick Lamar isn't around, Lamar is still around? Jermaine Lamar. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all rest on that. I'll let y'all rest on that. Come
J.
on.
Cole, welcome to Winmark Studios
Thank you.
in Santa Monica.
Beautiful.
That
He's
boy,
been here
that boy
before.
J. Cole look like he just.
I have.
He chilling.
Tell us a bit about you recording at
Need something done with that
Winmark.
hat up.
Yeah, well, this studio.
Me too.
Which is now on. I don't know if I should be putting this business out there, so I'm not gonna say. But I recorded a song off of Forest Hill Drop. Today is the anniversary, 7th anniversary of Forest Hills Drive.
Has
I
it been
recorded the
7
song
years
GOND.
already? First thing first, rest in peace. I'm going.
I'm just realizing
Wow.
that right now. This
It
is
never
also,
even
like,
done. It's been
synchronization
7 years
guide,
already?
tech level. That's crazy. So yeah,
That is crazy.
That
is
beat
crazy.
is incredible. How did you create that beat?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I did that beat in that room. It was me. I had there was a
When him saying thank you like that, he remind me of when I don't know, is it Love Yours? No. Whatever the very last track when he was shouting at everybody, he was saying thank you. It looked like that's what how he was looking when he made that. It looked exactly how he looked. Like, that's crazy.
play. August Wilson, and the play was the
Branton Marcellus.
Branton Marcellus did the soundtrack for a movie that was based off a play of an August Wilson play. I don't know the name. Maybe it was The Piano or something. It was an incredible play that my mom took me to see in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
I've never been to North Carolina.
I heard
I've
that
been to
at
South
the play
Carolina.
in Fayetteville. I heard them singing this song in the play at the table. It was like, like, talking about Berta. He was singing to his girl Berta, saying when he gets off the chain gang, he might not want her. Like, I might not want
Why
you.
J.
when I
Cole
get
look
back
like
or
he
whatever,
always
but I heard him
surprised
sing
right
the song.
now? Y'all, his eyes, he look like he always surprised. J. Cole, you. No, I'm just fucking.
Went to YouTube, tried to like scour the globe for this sample that I had heard at this play, and luckily, Branford Marcellus had did the soundtrack for the movie they created for this play. So
What
took
movie
that
was
loop,
it though?
Looped it up, you know what I mean? Chopped it up, put the drums on it in that room right there. My man Ron Gilmore pulled up, put the keys on it. I came back the next day, wrote it in that room right there. It was a lot of pressure because I knew the beat was hard. So I was like, yo, I got to really, you know what I mean? I got to take a day, come back. So I wrote it in that room right there.
Created a
And we
classic.
dropped that album 7 years ago today. Can you believe that?
And to welcome
December
you
9th?
back to
Wow.
Winmark, I have a gift for you right here, and it's in this bag right here.
Okay.
This is for J. Cole.
You always bring amazing gifts. This is a turntable?
A J. Dilla turntable.
Turntable. This is rest in peace, J. Dilla, the God.
Rest in
Goat.
peace for real.
This is fire. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
33, 45, and 78. It also plays 78.
Wow. Didn't even know that was a thing.
And you sampled J. Dilla.
I sampled J. Dilla probably many times in my life. Which one are you talking about?
The Erykah Badu sample.
Yeah, man. One of the greatest.
Hey, that
beats of
man
all
be
time
knowing
that I
his
just-
shit.
You know what I mean? Looped up.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I feel like with him, you know how we always got our Kendrick, our K-Dots and our J. Cole, our Michael, our Jordan and our LeBron debates. I feel like this man right here is the man you wouldn't want to have on the other side. You want to have on your side when it comes to like spitting facts. Y'all, like, if they really think about this man when I say he researched, the research is deeper than research. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Up, put some extra little drums on, and used it as the intro for Friday Night Lights.
And J. Dilla was also sampled by Lute from Dreamville.
Yeah, legendary Lute. Shout out Lute. Charlotte in the building. Lute, incredible MC. Dreamville, we in here. Yes, sir.
I thought this turntable would be good for you going to record.
Still Summon is that song that you're talking about. Yeah. I got background vocals on that song, little known fact.
I thought it's amazing, this turntable, that you can take to record stores to find records or to listen to them.
Facts, 100%.
And you are J.
Cole.
And J. Cole, I have another gift for you right here. The Gerald Wilson Orchestra. Does that bring back any memories?
I'm assuming this is something that I sampled, but I'm going to tell you the truth, Naudware, at this point in my life.
Applying pressure. You didn't...
Ooh, this is applying pressure sample.
No, it actually isn't, because I couldn't find. But it's a Gerald Wilson record from 1966 with gatefold, a gatefold record.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you the truth. I reached a point in my career where, like, I can't keep up with everything that I'm sampling no more. When I was a kid and when I was in my 20s, I could do that. Now it's information overload. So, yeah, but thank you for this. I appreciate that.
What can you say about applying pressure, though?
Applying pressure.
The beat is
That boy
hard,
snapped on that shit.
and it's off of the off season.
I would love to know or want to know what the fuck is some of y'all. What are y'all like? Off that album, what's y'all favorite hit? Like, what's that number one go to song when y'all turn on his album? You know what I'm saying? Because let go my is it let go of my hand or y'all know what I'm talking about? That shit hit me like mentally and emotionally because it's how truthful and open he was about what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. I remember talking about that with my coworker. We were just spitting off, you know, when they came out, like some of my favorite shit. And that right there, fire. I swear. Fire as fuck. I can say those things.
Also, first choice. I have another gift for you right
that
here.
That man look like the Mac Daddy.
Is this
Middle Child.
T minus who produced it. We met earlier.
Somewhere here.
Somewhere in the building.
Can we find him?
We can.
Possibly, if he walks by.
Yeah, we can find him.
If he yelled his name, would he come?
T minus.
Let's see the power of J. Cole. If he just yelled his name.
T minus.
Keep going, J. Cole.
T minus.
Oh, this is amazing.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
He actually responded.
Over.
What the fuck?
He just happened to be here right now.
If y'all can
incredible.
Hear this,
well, please come forward here, T minus.
Does this ring any bells for you? First choice. It does. Armed and extremely dangerous.
Yeah, it looks kind of familiar.
What do you know about this?
Well, it's a sample that we used a couple years ago, back in North Carolina.
How did that beat come about, bro? What was happening?
Shit, honestly, bro, you found it.
Y'all, we have to start giving producers and artists like their flowers because they really be sitting around listening to like old songs. And I got an old soul when it comes to Otis Redding, Anita Baker, like a lot of those old Nat King Cole, all that. Like I actually listen to them, but to never think, okay, I'm hearing something, and then all of a sudden, bam. Hey, bro, stop the track. Can we loop that? Can we take that piece out? You know, and that's fire. We have to start giving them. And then not only are you taking a piece out, you're stretching it to make a whole sample out of it. 2-3 minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes of a song. And making that not only just a regular song, like you making that a hit. Like something that we ride around in the car, we blaze into. Like it's crazy. Y'all really think about, like, we never really give them the true flowers. I'm not saying you should idolize these people, but it's just understanding greatness while we have it in our hands. J. Cole is one of them. T minus, I don't know much about him, so I'm not gonna just be sit up here capping. You know what I'm saying? But hell, it looked like this man and just did his. That's crazy.
They really?
Yeah. Well, we were on what? On TrackLib or something? It was a
TrackLib. Yeah, TrackLib.
Yeah, we just going through samples on TrackLib. We heard the loop because TrackLib will let you like listen to the stems. So if you listen to the song, you won't actually hear that sample. You know what I mean? It's because they gave us the stems. So we heard that horn.
For TrackLib. It's a big drop for them.
We need all the money. TrackLib, T minus, J. Cole, Naudware. We need a percentage of your shit for just saying it right now.
I was curious, T minus. What can you say about J. Cole?
I mean, shit. There's a lot to say. Don't do it. Don't tell him. Yeah, he's a great dude, man. I mean,
J. Cole too humble.
As you know what I mean, I'm right here.
He too humble.
What can you say, J. Cole, about T minus?
That I can do. One of the GOATest of the GOAT producers of our generation. hits, classics, radio singles, club singles, Drake, Kendrick, Cole, and How Low Can You Go by Ludacris. More important than everything, which really has a
It's funny. It's funny because when I first met Cole, his engineer was saying that they would use How Low as like a mixing reference or some shit, to test out the speakers.
Mez does that. Yeah, Mez.
Mez, yeah. So
every time Mez is about to mix an album or mix a song, he uses, like for Sonics, he uses How Low Can You Go as like a sonic reference, and Dr. Dre and things like that. So every time we're about to mix, I hear Mez, I'm like, whoa, why are you playing How Low Can You Go? He's like, yo, the Sonics are incredible. So after I start working with this guy, we just start talking about his history and stuff, and I realized one of his first big songs was How Low Can You Go, Ludacris.
I know, crazy.
Sold 50 billion copies.
Damn.
But yo,
50 bit.
back
Well,
to
it
this
was
shit,
a
though.
hit.
It's crazy
It really
because-
was that shit.
That's a gift. That's a gift, actually,
I
for
wouldn't-
J. Cole.
I ain't know 50
But
billion,
also for-
but damn.
This right now can I re-gift? I'm gonna re-gift.
Tis the season for regifting.
I'm gonna
It is.
re-gift this classic
fire.
album that holds a very incredible piece of our history, sir. I'm gifting this to you.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate you, and he appreciates you through me.
100% Canadian. Yo, we Canadians, man.
He's from
Come on, man.
Toronto. We should have
What?
Come on.
Hey, Canada. Hey,
led with that.
Canada
Naudware.
is
That
standing
should have been the
fuck
first thing we
up.
said.
Middle child,
For real.
first choice, T minus, and doot doo loot doo.
What the fuck is do
What did I
do?
say?
What, you don't know the phrase? Do
Do do.
Jay-Z,
What?
Kanye,
What?
Andre 3000.
This man funny as fuck. This man
Hey, Cole,
funny
the
as
people
fuck.
at the studio.
Niggas are acting. You know what
I
mean?
would
Real
have
Hollywood
never.
right now, like,
I
you know,
would have
come in.
never
Jay?
thought.
Lamar
Do-do-do-do.
Cole.
Wow.
Cole. Also, Damian Lillard. You sampled Dame.
I did sample Damian Lillard. Yeah, the GOAT of all time basketball player and rapper, for sure.
Quote J. Cole.
Kinda got a
These
point.
insane raps should stay wrapped in a.
Oh, these insane raps should stay wrapped in a straight jacket. Oh, I was like 15, my boy, or maybe 17. How you know about that one?
See,
Oh, you are
see, this is what I be talking about. Knowing shit that, like, you be like, what? How you know what I'm saying? Where you get that information? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Cole, we have to know it.
That's true.
Yeah, thank you.
What can you say about that era? Like, Cannabis, the therapist.
Yeah, Canada.
Actually, I'm gonna change my look, y'all. I'm gonna change my camera over right quick. Hold on.
Cannabis, huge inspiration on my teenage years of rapping. Just ferocious, barred up, lyrical, punchlines, any cipher, any gathering of 3 or more people that want to rap, I'm destroying it. That was my whole MO. That was my forte. And Cannabis was a big part of that. Eminem was a big part of that. Royce 5'9" was a big part of that. Big L was a big part of that.
I thought I don't correct me if I'm wrong. Did J. Cole used to battle rap as well? Somebody let me know that.
Feel me?
Cause that would be fire info. Let y'all know. That'll be. So I didn't know Big Sean until Drink Champs. Until Drink Champs or Big Sean came out recently. I didn't know Big Sean used to battle rap as well. And if y'all know me, I am a huge battle rap fan. But I'm gonna say that for another video we do.
Bomb Shelter, he named you the therapist?
Yeah, it was a duo. 2 rappers. One was a rapper and producer from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them because they were from my city and they made music to me that sounded just as good as Outkast or Redman, Method Man. You know what I mean? It's the first time I heard somebody from the city doing quality type music that was similar to what I listened to. So they had the coolest rap names I ever heard. Nervous Wreck was one of them, and the other one was Filthy Rich. They spelled them all cool, you know what I mean? And I was just like, damn, I need a rap name like that. So, you know, they offered to help me find a rap name, you know what I mean?
J. Cole is
one
the
day
best.
They called me up and they was like, yo, we got one for you. And I was all excited. I thought my shit was going to be just as fire as theirs. And I was like, what is it? And it was like, it's Therapist. And my heart said, no. But my admiration and love for them and the feeling of these guys gave me a name was like, oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? So I kept that name for about, maybe 4 or 5 years until I got to college and realized I'm not trying to go by no fucking alien. It just feels like a wrestler or something, you know what I mean? But I will say it is a practical joke from God, like a wink from God, because in my life, and now as an adult man, I realized that I play that role for a lot of people, and willingly and lovingly. I love to listen to people talk. I love to ask them questions that may.
By the way, for those who don't know, when we talk about this J. Cole and Kendrick topic, I feel like I have said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. J. Cole is here. Kendrick is here. Just slightly, like he nips it. Kendrick nips Cole in my eyes, but I'm not dumb to understand, the goats in front of my face. You know what I'm saying?
Allow them to open up a part of themselves that maybe they hadn't thought about before, or accessed before. So, ironically, I have become the therapist without that rap name. You feel me? That's a blessing.
That is true.
So your studio, is it called The Shelter?
Yeah, The Shelter, which actually we just closed it down. It gave us amazing. We should have had you do a documentary on this shit or something. But it gave us about 6 amazing years of Dreamville family and community in North Carolina, and that's the place where, before we signed Earth Gang and JID, we all were there, posted up. They were living. Omen came through. We were living. We were cooking. Kaz came through. We were living. We were cooking. Luke, Ari spent a lot of time there. Her and Elite cooking up classics. Shea Butter Baby. I'm think either that or I think it was Shea Butter.
There go them damn Crocs. My boy is comfy.
Baby, a lot of that stuff was done in The Shelter. Just legendary moments in The Shelter, which is all. That name of that studio was just paying homage to Bomb Shelter from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
That's fire.
J. Cole, quote, "It's no time to chill. I'm trying to get..."
Millions of dollars was on my mind at that time. I was dead broke. There was no time to relax, go hang out, party. No, I was broke. I needed millions. I saw, even when I had negative money in my account, which was very often, I saw millions in my future. I wanted safety, comfort, security, ease, no more stress. Tired of watching people stress. Tired of watching people fucking scrape and pawn shit just to pay this, and you know what I mean? I was tired of that shit, tired of being that myself. So that was my theme, you know what I mean, at that time.
My boy did that.
I was hoping Hope Mill Road.
Hope Mills Road in Fayetteville, North Carolina. What do you know about Hope Mills Road?
Vic's Driving.
Oh, Vic's Driving. Well, I don't think Vic's Driving is on Hope Mills Road. However, Vic's Driving is a legendary spot and food spot in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Unfortunately, as is the case in lots of places in America with gentrification, they've tore this shit down, and Vic's is no longer with us in the original location. Hopefully it'll pop back somewhere else.
The Hope Mill Tigers.
Southview Tigers is a high school in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Really
this man be knowing some shit.
Shout out my boy Cedric, who's in the other room, who went to Southview High School, the Southview Tigers. You know what I mean? That was one of our rivals in high school. Shout out to Southview. I had a little cutie that went there, a couple of little cuties that went to Southview. You know what I mean? It was a very good school. I kind of went there. I was in their yearbook. This is how connected I was to Southview. On accident, somehow I was in their yearbook my senior year. Everybody I know from Southview was calling me like, "Yo, bro, how you in our yearbook?" It was a mistake. Once again, God be winking at you. The same picture that's in my high school yearbook is in Southview High School's yearbook. I never went there. But I was there so much, and I had a lot of ties and love for people that went to Southview.
The Skate Zone.
Oh, the Skate Zone. One of the only spots, or the only spot in Fayetteville that had hip-hop shows in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It was a skate shop, you know what I mean, a little skate park. And Bomb Shelter.
But how the hell you get to...
The first time I met them in person, after like hitting them
that
online.
School ain't kick him out?
I'm nice. I'm
what
14. I'm nicer than niggas that's 19 years old. Y'all gotta let me boom. Let's make some music. They invited me to their show at the Skate Zone. I went. I had to borrow my man Cedric's shoes because I ain't have nothing fresh. He let me wear his brand new black Iversons. It was so crazy. This how, when you got love for people, they do shit like that. You know what I mean? When they got love for you, they let you borrow their clothes, and he just got them. That's very selfless. You know what I mean? I ain't have shit fresh. So my nigga let me rock his brand new shoes because there was a chance that I might get on stage. I went to Does Skate Zone, and they had a part of their show where they invited, yo, all the MCs that's in the crowd, if you want to get up and rock, come up. I'm 14. I'm the youngest dude in there, me and Said. Everybody else, 19, 20, 24, whatever. I get on stage as a 14-year-old, scrawny.
Probably rocking
skinny.
the stage.
I sounded like a girl. My voice was high-pitched. I was nervous as hell, but as soon as they passed me the microphone, I destroyed that shit. I was the best on the stage with all these older dudes, and that's when dudes from Bomb Shelter was like, he wasn't lying. He really got it like that. And we started working, and they became my mentors, and Does Skate Zone.
J. Cole, DJ Gilbert Baez.
DJ Gilbert Baez is a Fayetteville legend.
Why does he?
You know him as a DJ.
That's a lot. That's
really
a lot
like
of research.
In my era, he's a newscaster. Like, you know, when you wake up in the morning and it's, you know, channel whatever, and there's a guy covering like what happened on Cliffdale Road or boom boom. That was Gilbert Baez. But he would also DJ Sunday nights at the skating rink where I worked, and it was called like Super Soul Sundays, and all the fly, groovy, cool older black folks would come out and hear their music from the 80s, you know what I mean, from the 70s, and Gilbert Baez, you know what I mean, the OG legend would be the one that's, you know, the maestro of the night for all of these beautiful people that were skating around and doing tricks and shit and holding hands and kissing each other while they skated. It was a real movie. And it was a beautiful.
For those who don't know, I'm up here in Illinois. But I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, and down south, I didn't forget the name of the skating rink, but the skating rink we had, I remember going there and just, it was a lot of fun ass memories, a lot of busting my ass and a lot of grabbing cheeks, because it was a lot of bad bitches. I wasn't crazy popular, nothing like that, but I always made sure that I listened to what my mama said as far as making sure I get somebody who pretty, who got some hair. And that's one thing I always would get, a girl who was pretty and had some hair.
Beautiful for me to see growing up. Shout out to Gilbert Baez.
Now, speaking of legends, J. Cole, I have a gift
Now,
for you
Pablo.
here of a guy
Man, I
that
ain't
you
heard
brought
that
out.
man in a
You
minute.
brought out Petey.
Well, I brought him out of the show, but he brought Carolina out. You know what I mean? This man put North Carolina on the map. You know what I mean?
Take
At
your
a
shirt
time when
off,
we
twist
probably
it
didn't
around
have
your
no
head. We were like a
national
helicopter.
recognition. He gave us an
Y'all
anthem
don't
that
know
we
about
still
that,
rock
man.
to this day. It's called Raise Up, but you probably know it as North Carolina, come on and raise up. Take your shirt off. Around your head, spin
Like a
helicopter.
Talk.
True legend.
I know.
Carolina legend. We grateful for this man right here. And
Hold on. Is he still alive? Okay. Petey Pablo is still alive, y'all. I want to make sure myself. You know what I'm saying?
extreme talent. Like extreme talent. We was with him one night in New York. Randomly we ran into him and we all ended up going out and this nigga just kicked the verse randomly. Like, and it was the coldest shit I ever heard in my life. And I'm like, oh my God, Petey Pablo. Like, you know what I mean? Like immense talent right now. If you need a verse from him, he gonna fucking destroy that shit. So shout out to Petey Pablo.
And J. Cole, here we are at Windmark
Studios.
Ebe. Can you call out the name Ebe?
I can call E, but I did just get off the phone with him. I think he's out getting food. Yo, E! E!
There they go. This time about the voice of J. Cole.
I think he's gone. But Ebe is a legendary, you know, he needs to be here. He should be here. Ebe, you should be ashamed. It's Naudware right here.
Well, I have a gift for you and Ebe right here.
Allen Iverson, 40 bars. What?
Allen Iverson jewels.
Ooh, 40 bars.
This is important to you guys, wasn't it?
Crazy. This is a huge moment in rap history, in NBA history. Yo, he's saying the wildest shit on here. You know what I mean? To think that
The album never came out either.
I need to listen to that.
This is this is just the single.
The album never came out.
Yeah, but the single came out and they were like, nah, you can't put this fucking album out. He was saying, like, he was talking like DMX or some shit. He was saying raw as shit. You know what I mean? This was like one step too far for the NBA when AI dropped this. However, I can't say he actually had bars. You know what I mean? I still remember this to this day. Shout out to AI.
And it's got an instrumental on there as well. And I was wondering, Ebe, beat selection. Would that help with Ebe?
What do you mean?
Like, could he listen to the instrumental and say, hey, cool, go after this?
Yeah, you could do that. You could tell me right now to go write a verse to AI song, and I would be challenged. I would have to go do it.
What's the importance of
Do
Tuesdays
it!
and Thursdays between 12 and 1:30 with you and Ebe?
Whoa, that's where me and Ebe used to battle each other on the basketball court freshman year of college. Me and Ebe knew each other, like, you know what I mean? How you know somebody on campus? Because we played ball together. I see him walking around, like, on the strip. But, you know, I wasn't
crazy.
rocking with Ebe. He looked like Fabulous. He dressed like Fabulous. He wore his hats like Fabulous and his jerseys. I thought, who's this guy trying to be Fabulous? You know what I mean? And he probably looked at me like, yo, who's this country Carolina dude that think he nice on the basketball court? So we were like rivals on the court. We had a lot of good games against each other. But me and Eve got tight later on in college.
Thanks to Ted, right? Didn't Ted help?
Well, Ted is and the fact that you shouting out Ted right now is
See, this is crazy.
Shot
I know, like
good. My boy shot
that's
good.
funny as hell.
Ted was somebody that I was cool with on the court. Me and Ted always had like a good rapport, you know what I mean, when we played with each other. But Ted is Eve's man, $100,000, you know what I mean? Like they went to school together, middle school, you know what I mean, and knew each other all through high school. And shout out to Ted, that's my brother.
I have another gift for you and Eve,
Bro.
an original Harlem Globetrotters 45 from 1949.
Wow, does this have the
Of course.
my boy
From
J. Cole can whistle too.
1949.
Sweet Georgia Brown from 1949? Wow, how'd you get this?
You were J. Cole. We have to get you something.
Every
Thank you. This
time.
is amazing.
I was curious about basketball, but you were also a player for the women's team, a practice player?
Yeah, that lasted about a day. I don't know. I don't remember how that came about, but I think they saw me playing in like rec every day, the Tuesdays and Thursdays, and whenever we play like pickup basketball, and they're like, "Hey, could you come and like, you know, play like basically be somebody that plays against the women's team?" Like, but I think I did it for a day, and I'm like, "Nah, I can't do this. Like, I got shit to do." But shout out to the women's team; they was nice, you know what I mean. But I just didn't have the time to commit to that.
Cool. You really appreciate the old
That boy
school,
J.
like
Cole
shout
was
out
a
to
part of
Petey,
everything.
etc.
Damn.
And a documentary that you checked out, Big Fun,
Big Fun in the
Big Town,
in the Big Town, which was a fire hip hop documentary.
from 1986, Dutch.
Yeah, I watched this a few years ago. That was a really nice watch. It was like these Dutch guys that came over here to Harlem. They were interviewing like Dougie Fresh.
So he-
you know what
so
I mean?
he in
Maybe
New
like
York
Biz
right now?
Markie. That's a real good watch. Go to YouTube and watch that. Big Fun in the Big Town, right? And it's the perspective of these white Dutch dudes who were coming to capture the hip hop phenomenon, right? And they went and pulled up on these legendary rappers who are the trailblazers of what we're doing right now. And it was just really great insight. You know what I mean? If you got time to go on YouTube and watch that, highly recommend.
And one of the people that they interviewed, and I have
sounded
a
like
gift
they
for you, J.
playing
Cole,
beats in
right
the
here,
background.
was Schoolie D, the legend Schoolie D.
Schoolie D. So I'm not a hip hop historian, don't claim to be, but from what I know about Schoolie D, a lot of people say he had like the first gangster rap record, right? Like
PSKN, here it is.
PSK, Parkside Killers or Park Slope Killers. Some they was killers. They was killing niggas in PS. It was PS Killers. And
That's
so
crazy.
yeah, so a lot of people say he had the first gangster record, you know what I mean? I'm not a historian, so I'm gonna just run with that. You know, maybe somebody had one before him, you know what I mean? But I don't know. They say that's what they say. So shout out to Schoolie D. You know what I mean? You in your lineage, first of all, you gave us a classic all-time record, you know what I mean? But you influenced a lot of people. And in your lineage, we have you know, a ton of classic records that may have caused a lot of damage to our community. That's for debate, you know what I mean? But that's not your fault, brother. You was just creating your art, and we appreciate your art. Thank you, you know what I mean?
And in this record, check out the booklet and a sticker. If you could pull it out right there, there's some history. So you can read some history and check out the booklet as well. And on the booklet, at the very bottom, we see
Damn.
A TR-909. Okay, what do you know about the TR? Because I have a little story about the TR-909. But
Please go ahead.
well, the TR-909, every day when I was 14 years old, I used to beg my mom to get me a beat machine, right? Why? Because I noticed that with Bomb Shelter, right, who I told you about earlier, I really wanted them to give me beats, right, because they had beats and I didn't know how to make beats. But once I got with them, I realized they're never going to give me their best beats, right? They're going to keep the best beats for themselves. They're not going to give it to me. They're artists on their own. So I realized
Right.
I got to make my own shit because they're never going to give me their best. So I asked my mom every day for a beat machine. I didn't even know shit about beat machines. So every day we would stop at McFadden Music on, it's not Yadkin, maybe it's like Yadkin turns into shit. I'd have been gone too long. I don't even know what the hell it turns into. Not McPherson Church, turns to some other shit, right? McPherson Church Road, I don't even fucking know. But it was McFadden Music right across from Edwards Music, you know what I mean? But we would go to McFadden Music and they had beat machines in there. And I ain't know shit, but I used to every day on the way home from school, because I went to 71st Middle across town and the bus didn't come to me, I would have my mom take me to this McFadden Music so she could see how much I really wanted this beat machine. And I would play with what I thought was the beat machine I wanted, the TR-909. I used to play with this shit while I was in there, you know what I mean? But what I realized was that wasn't for me. Nervous Wreck helped me see that what I really wanted was ASR X Pro. Now, most people that use the ASR, you know what I mean? They use the ASR 10 with the keyboard. Beggars can't be choosers. The only thing they had in McFadden Music was this red ASR X Pro.
That's
and
crazy.
Shit. My mom
Is
was
that
down, she put that.
Is that the same joint that Ye was talking about? I remember Ye talking about that on Drink Champs about a certain beat machine. I couldn't remember what program he was talking about. Y'all have to let me know that, because like I said, I can't keep up with all information, but for the most part, I definitely recall this topic right here. You know what I'm saying?
That shit on layaway. She paid that shit off for a whole year, and took it out, and I had my ASR X Pro.
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan was a CD, you know what I mean? Or they had CDs that my mom had downstairs.
Dire Straits.
Dire Straits, damn, bro.
Look,
yeah,
see, he
yeah. I must have
doing
said
too
this
much.
interviews
Hey.
long ago, and
Low key, we gotta watch him. He might be the feds. Ha!
my man he's a fucking scholar. He does his research. These are CDs that my mom had. My mom, hella eclectic. She'll go from Mary J. Blige to Eric Clapton to Dire Straits, who I didn't even know existed until I started fucking scanning through her CD collection looking for samples, you know what I mean? So shout out to my mom for having amazing taste in music, and yeah, facts.
Well, speaking of samples, J. Cole, I wanted to give you another gift right here, the legendary Ultimate Breaks and Beats compilation.
This is a very, very rare and secretive.
Ain't that a movie?
Record
Beats and
right here
Breaks?
that I
Ain't that a
only
movie?
discovered recently. Maybe it wasn't so rare in the 90s, but
On my
it's
trip.
harder to find as you get a little older. I've never seen the physical record, so this is fire. But hella fire breaks on here, you know what I mean? Like
Donald Byrd.
yeah, Donald Byrd. But see the names, I don't think they're named though. That's the thing. That's the part, right? Like
64, actually 66 to 84 drum breaks. A lot of drum breaks.
mad drum breaks,
That's
but
nasty.
it's vague about where the initial source is, right? So I've sampled something off of here, and there was a conflict of who said they owned it. You know what I mean? So I feel like I ended up paying two people because there was like conflict on, you know, to who they said owned it. But regardless, if you don't mind sample clearance issues, fire, classic, legendary breaks on here. Explosive, Dr. Dre, Explosive. You hear them drums and Explosive? Comes from here. Dre might have replayed them, you know what I mean? I'm not sure, but the essence of that, he might have sampled it from here, I don't know, but it's from here. Dr. Dre, Explosive, you know what I mean?
J.
That's
Cole,
nasty.
and to honor Breaks and Beats, the ultimate Breaks and Beats, I have a gift for you right here. They made an ultimate Breaks and Beats doll. They made a doll.
That's fire. Was this a top seller when it dropped?
It just came out. It's actually a doll.
Oh, that's crazy. I ain't know that.
Nowadays, a doll.
This is a new thing.
Yeah,
This is
a brand new
But
doll.
when did-
impressive.
but
Well, thank you for
I
this.
ain't never
Thank you
heard
for
no
this, man.
Ultimate
I never
Break,
thought
Beats
I
and
had
Break,
one of
nothing new.
It's like
I
an
thought it was
incredible
all, like,
series,
old,
and now
you know
they
what
have
I'm
a
saying?
doll. It's incredible
That's
that they
crazy.
did this.
I didn't know that they were so getting back so lit. You know what I mean? So that must
Exactly.
mean more people are finding out about this. You know what I mean? If they didn't already know about it before, that's dope.
And also, J. Cole, I have another gift
RPM
for you
Records
right
History
here.
of
It's
Hip Hop.
Double D and Steinsky, the history of hip hop. From 1985, basically the history of sampling, something possibly that you could listen to.
Is this the one that has like is this actual talking on here, or is there mad sounds on it?
All the sounds.
I've heard about this. I've heard.
Yeah, the history of sampling, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fire.
I want to listen to this shit now. All these fucking goddamn records, man.
I thought perhaps something to
you got me
sample
over
on
here like
the
really thinking and
turntable.
lost. But you know what I'm
On the
saying?
Jay
Like I'm
Dilla,
still here
rest in
with
peace
them.
to the GOAT, the Jay Dilla turntable. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. You always bless me with some gifts. I appreciate that. Thank you.
J. Cole, Prince, eBay.
I was gonna say eBay, but I'm like, no way he's gonna say eBay. Like Prince eBay, okay.
Brandon,
Costner.
Kenneth,
What's Kenny's last name?
Gastina.
Gastano, I think, or something like that.
The Patriots.
Yeah, shout out to the Patriots basketball club.
Yeah, what was it like playing with Prince
Fire.
in Africa?
He's a monster. Prince is a monster. Shout out University of Texas. That was
Is he naming all the people who he signed this little 10-day contract with or whatever? Because he's talking about in Africa. That's what makes me think about that. That's crazy.
my teammate, you know what I mean? My first professional teammate.
Yeah, he must
Prince,
be talking
Brandon
about this.
Costner, you know what I mean? Kenny, these are my OGs. Shout out to everybody on that squad, though, you know what I mean? Everybody, I really rock with y'all.
I noticed you were number 15, the same as high school. What's the deal with 15?
My first jersey I ever owned, like fly-looking jersey, was a Carolina UNC jersey that my cousin gave me, and it was the number 15. And this was before Vince Carter, so I don't know how I had this jersey. But then Vince Carter was on Carolina, and he wore number 15. So you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say it's based on Vince Carter, but I had the 15 Carolina jersey, and Vince Carter immortalized it. So it was always my favorite number.
Thank you, Omar.
Thank you, Omar.
Omar, he trained you, didn't he?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Omar is the reason why I got out there on more reasons, on more levels than one.
Lamar,
you know what I mean? And
hold on.
we worked out this
Omar
morning.
who?
Omar should be here. I think he's with Eve right now. If Omar, he's not here.
He's not here.
He's not here.
You almost dunked in the NBA All-Star game.
I did in the celebrity game. It wasn't an almost. I did. It was a real dunk.
There's,
You gotta go back and watch. There's a real two-handed alley-oop from Kevin Hart.
but during actually maybe when you were sitting on the ground, you were wearing a huge sweater.
Oh, you're talking about that All-Star game when I was older.
What were you wearing? What were you wearing first?
What was I wearing? A hoodie, a tie-dye hoodie that was fire. I was wearing some windbreaker type pants.
What type of shoes?
They were some Pumas. I think they were the Clyde.
And he's partnered with Puma too. That's the crazy
type thing.
part.
I don't even fucking know what they was. Maybe the Ralph Sampsons. I'm not sure. But I was wearing some Pumas.
These
though,
ads
you know
be
what I mean?
killing me.
Yeah.
You almost dunked, but didn't quite.
Yeah, I almost made it. You know what I mean?
Was it the clothing? Oh,
I think it was the fact that I didn't stretch. I wasn't warm. I was in some what was I wearing? Was I wearing? Was I wearing some tennis shoes? Yeah, I was wearing some tennis shoes. I don't know what it,
I feel like I know
what it really
what-
was. If you go watch
I feel
the
like I
replay.
know what they're talking about.
I didn't have a good grip on the ball. So I'm up high enough, but you see if you watch it in slow-mo, at the last second the ball kind of moves. When you playing basketball, you gotta have that wide grip, that Michael Jordan grip on the fucking basketball. And I didn't have that. And I missed it.
and you are J. Cole. Winding up here, J. Cole. We are here at Winmark
Recording
Studios.
D.O.
Previously, I talked to you in 2010 at Fortune Sound Club in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
I remember that.
Well, thanks so much, J. Cole. Keep on rocking in the free world and do.
Dude, yeah, I was waiting on that
It's
one, baby.
it's so weird to see the young J. Cole. Like, that is crazy. I don't know. That's just crazy because you never think that. I don't know. He's so old, and you like, for example, if I talk to my dad about LL Cool J, my daddy remember LL Cool J when he young, but I can only speak of him because of how he is now. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Naudware!
I wonder what year was this.
He's just gonna stand there for like 20 minutes. It's great.
His dead ass just gonna stand there. What? Why is it? What's wrong with this man?
I want to see when it cuts off. Like, that's what when does it cut off?
It almost didn't happen, but you recognized me. Like you were walking up the stairs when, hey, Naudware! But the interview almost didn't happen.
Why? Why did it almost not happen?
I'm not sure, but thank you for recognizing me.
No problem. Did somebody was supposed to set it up and maybe the word didn't get to me?
We're just waiting there patiently, but then you saw me and then the interview happened. Thank you.
Oh, you're Naudware. We have to do interviews with you.
Looking back at the
Hey,
interview,
hey,
you
J. Cole,
loved
the real
the
one.
no ID record. So I thought I would give you a no ID record. What can you say about the no ID record?
Say shout out to Dion. We've talked about this, how he put an album out. I think that's pretty legendary. You know what I mean? A phenomenal, legendary, highly touted and highly accomplished legend in this hip hop production game and even beyond. And he has a rap album that you didn't know about, and I didn't know about until I was working with him. And he told me about this album he did. And he told me, about the budget.
More producers has been making music, like and rapping lately, like
That's
coming
the
out
single.
like, hey, I do this too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, dope. Shout out to Dion, man.
I feel like that's because some producers have tried to become an artist. You know what I'm saying? They've tried to become out as rappers or R&B artists, but their skill and their ears, has matched them and trained them to be great producers and making samples and all these hits. You know what I'm saying? So rapping didn't become their forte. So then they settled for, well, I'm still in music, you know what I'm saying? I still get to hear and be a part of this and that. I just don't do this. I stick to that. You know what I'm saying? I can influence other artists on what I know and what I'm really powerful at. You know what I'm saying? And that's making beats and sampling and all. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy.
We got you. Thank you for this.
How did you, J. Cole, discover me? Like, how did you recognize me in 2010?
That was
the first time I ever saw you, which is probably a lot of people from my generation, was that interview you did with Jay-Z where Pharrell apparently set it up, and I thought that shit was so cool. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy right here? You know what I mean? Like, who are you? And then Jay gives this long ass answer. You know what I mean? You're like, no, you're Jay-Z. He's like, oh, you wanted my name? Oh yeah, yes,
funny.
my name is Jay-Z.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm a young man.
Jay-Z did too damn much on this interview.
Really made the thing that thing that they say the American dream come true, because I'm not supposed to.
How old was Jay-Z at this time? Because this man still looked like his ass was late 40s.
Be here speaking to you.
What the hell?
There's a lot of people that come from where I come. There's a lot of skilled people who come from where I come.
Jay-Z look like my cousin Reggie.
Jay-Z?
Oh, I thought you meant like, who am I? I thought it was a deeper question. I thought my name is Jay-Z. Yes.
That's funny. Look, Jay-Z like,
the first
what
time
the
I
fuck?
saw you, and of course,
Jay-Z like, what the fuck?
Maybe this is somebody's first time seeing you right now, and they're gonna go, who the fuck is that guy? This is really cool. And then they're gonna do like I did and dive into all your old shit. I've seen you sitting, you know what I mean, with Kurt Cobain on the floor and the backstage of a show. I've done my YouTube dive, you know what I mean? You're a legend, so we have to do that, you know what I mean? And we appreciate the work you've done on documenting this culture and this music that we love, but also diving into the nooks and crannies of all the stories that I wouldn't even fucking think of anybody would ask, but I'm so grateful to talk about it, because I don't ever get to talk about
facts though.
Fucking
he needs to do
McFadden
one
music,
with.
You know what I mean? And
I'll let
Fayetteville,
y'all know
North
later.
Carolina. I never thought that I would say that out loud. You talked about Southview High School. You know what I mean? Like, we used to play these boys and really get them work. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tyrone Davis. He dunked on these niggas so crazy. We all went it was in Terry Sanford. Tyrone cocked back, had the whole place erupted against Southview High School, and you brought them up. You know what I mean? And I get a chance to talk about it right now because of the work you do. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate it, J. Cole. It's really inspiring. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. We need you, man. Nardwuar. We need more Nardwuar interviews. You know what I mean? My man just said, yo, I haven't seen a Nardwuar interview in a while. This is going to be pretty big. And I hope that's the case. We need to see more Nardwuar interviews.
Well, winding up here lastly, J. Cole.
Hey, he doing the Naudware pause.
Earth Gang.
He's really
Earth Gang, one word, Atlanta, Georgia.
That's not
the truth.
That's not one word, Jay. That's not one word. No,
Proof.
It's not.
The future.
And are they here? Earth Gang.
Earth Gang is here.
Can we try?
Should we go look? Should I grab them?
Maybe you could yell.
Earth Gang!
That will be fire if
Yo,
they
can
are
y'all
there.
open that door?
Such an incredible lineup on Dreamville. Ari, JID, Boz.
Yes. Omen, Loot, Earth Gang. We said Jid, Kaz.
And a lot are here at the studio.
So is it JID or is it Jid? He said JID. Naudware said JID. He say Jid. Hopefully it's the same person. Y'all know what I'm saying? The fast rapper and short guy. He to me he pretty dope. I don't got him as no top rapper. Unfortunately, in my book, but he's still dope. I still recognize. You know what I'm saying?
Us.
Just winding up here, J. Cole, what do we do? We're yelling people's names in the hopes that they come in here.
Look
No
at them
ego.
kicks. Them Air Maxes, the Air Maxes he got.
No
is
Jay-Z
fire.
or Kanye.
I call him. He might be in the building. Yeah, Jay-Z and Kanye acting real, and Andre. They act,
Earth Gang are, so
Understand.
maybe we'll try again.
yeah. Oh, Lou, Ian, wow, great. Earth Gang. Hey!
Look at him.
Oh man, ladies
They
and
fire.
gentlemen.
Fire.
First off, J. Cole, could you please introduce who's in the studio right now?
Well, in this room right now, we have legendary Chicago MC Dreamville legend Omen right here, ladies and gentlemen.
What's good, Naudware?
And who do we have right there?
Well, we have Atlanta's own. Which side? West?
Man, you know it's a west side.
West side. You see, I got that right though. That's how much I rock with these niggas. West side, big West side energy. We have.
Hey, that hat
Atlanta's
fire.
own
That hat is
futuristic
fire.
black excellence.
I'm not even joking
art,
with y'all.
Experimentations, no limits on what's possible as a creative. Earth Gang.
Yeah, exactly what he said. All those things. Hey, y'all.
And Earth Gang. How did Earth Gang meet J. Cole? Was it through Absol?
Yeah.
Okay, I see you doing that thing you be doing.
He told that
That's
thing
it.
you been doing.
You starting it up, yeah.
What happened?
We was on tour with Soul. Cole pulled up. I remember we was in the green room. Eve had peeked his head in. He was like, yo, Cole upstairs. He was like, who Cole upstairs? I was like, oh, that's cool. We went upstairs. And then Cole was upstairs. And then we took a picture with him. That shit on the internet. While we was talking, Cole was like, yo, will y'all be recording that? We was like, nigga. He was like, well, if y'all want, y'all can pull up. And it was simple as that. And like, that was without even, he didn't even say, oh, y'all niggas is Dreamville. Now he was like, y'all gonna pull up and record. So yeah, we was like, yeah.
Yeah, and even
That's
before
it.
that, shout out to Tunji. Tunji sent me, he was just like, yo, here's some people I thought you might like. And Earth Gang was one of the artists. This was like 2013 or something. And he sent me the link. I checked their shit out. I was like, damn, they fire. But I wasn't in a position to like reach out. Dreamville, we wasn't up off the ground. We was still, you know what I mean, in the infancy phases. And
They ain't even shout out my boy right here.
So Boss was on that.
I
tour.
don't know
came
who
to see
that
him.
is.
I
I've never
seen them, and then
I've only
he was
heard
out
of
there
Earth
with
Gang
them.
like
Jid.
2,
Jid was on
3
stage with them,
times.
you know what I mean, like hyping them, and he spit a verse, and I was like, all these niggas is raw.
Facts. Jill was our roommate slash co-artist with us at the time. And we just, you know what I'm saying, we was all homies. Like, man, I ain't finna go on tour without my dog. So we all just went.
I will say this. This ain't the Earth Gang interview. Like, we gonna talk. They need their own interview. Omen needs his own interview.
Well, just quickly here, I was wondering, Omen, how did you meet Earth Gang?
I met Earth Gang through Dreamville affiliation. They're one of the few, actually, since they came on a little later. I met them, I want to say.
I think it was at the shelter, bro. Yeah, first
exactly.
time I seen you, that I can think of, you was like walking through the shelter.
I was telling him how y'all know the shelter is a rap, right? I thought, yeah, it's a rap. We should have did something a little more. You know what I mean?
It was just over. It was just
honestly, bro. I was renting that spot for 6 years, and then, you know we got a lot of shit out of the shelter. That shit made for hella memories for us and great memories.
That was crazy. That was a crazy time.
One of my favorite times of my life was in that shelter, bro. It was super transformative time in my life.
Definitely. I mean, it's.
Question for you. How'd you meet that shirt?
How did I meet that shirt?
That's funny
Amazing
as hell.
shirt, like the drip, like the Air Maxes are crazy.
Look, I told y'all them fucking Air Max, bro. I need to go back. I'm gonna post a picture of that. But listen, them Air Maxes matching the pants is fire. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want the shirt. I don't want the shirt, but if I could get them pants with the shoes,
crazy right
fire.
now. They going crazy.
See,
like,
see, look,
you don't
even they
see-
noticing that.
You don't
Look
see
at
this
that.
right here. This like
You don't see that.
This real like
That's fire.
circular, you know what I'm saying? Like this the Atlanta swag where niggas was just putting shit together. Like nah, match this with that and match this with that. Like you
Right now, you really a freak nigga right now, bro.
you really out there on
They,
Abernathy
and they
right
both
now.
killing the plaid with the hats though.
Thank you. Actually, I got this shirt from Bourgeois Angels in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. A great store. Thank you for acknowledging me, and thank you also for hanging out
fire.
and recording with J. Cole. Well, thanks
Hey, I
so
feel
much,
like interviewing him.
Dreamville. Keep on rocking in a free world. Earth Gang and Omen and do.
Dude.
This man, get out.
Wow, that just happened right here.
We just
in front of
do
my
it.
face. That's crazy.
Quote, J. Cole, I get
That's
that
funny as hell.
basket and grab your
I have no clue.
clothes out of the
I get that back. Oh, is this folding clothes?
folding
I
clothes.
don't even know. I get that basket and grab your clothes. I don't know. Give me the rest.
That's what you said.
Oh, get your clothes. Yeah. I wanna vote. Shout out to Steve Lacy on that guitar.
That album is a cool album, but not one of my favorites.
Song
Actually,
about doing
to me,
laundry.
I got
That is
on a
incredible.
Have you ever heard
lower.
it? Have you ever heard that done before?
Never heard it. Never. Has anybody else ever done a song about laundry?
It's like it's on a lower tier when it comes to J. Cole. If somebody was to like say, "What's one of your worst songs?" It'll probably be top for his worst songs to me. Me personally. You know what I'm saying? But I got my top J. Cole song. I would have to pile a list so that way I could like take note and make sure I'm saying the right titles for the song. But I got my top tier, and that ain't one of them. But it's funny he talking about that.
Explore your Naudware. You have to know these things.
That's funny. It's true.
J. Cole, did you tell Dr. Dre about Kendrick?
Did he?
Who told you that?
What? What? So let me get this straight. Kendrick is here because of Cole? Is that what y'all telling me? Hey, this interview just went up. And we only got like 14, 15 minutes left.
Who gave you that piece of information?
Well, you are J. Cole.
Exactly.
That's never been. Hey.
Look.
Eve. Yeah, Eve is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's been requesting your presence all night. He just asked the craziest question, which yes, the answer is yes, I did. I'm not gonna say I was the first to tell him. There was a what's my man name that used to work for Dre? Light skinned dude. Manny. Yeah. When I brought him up to Dre, I was like, yo, you know what you got? I went in there to like work on Detox or whatever. You know how Dre do. It's like if you're a young rapper and he rock with you, he want to bring you through and like have you test the water. So yeah, I was like, yo, you gotta sign this kid from Compton, boom, boom, Kendrick, boom, boom. And then Manny was like, oh yeah, that's the kid I was telling you about, boom, boom. So I have no clue, you know what I mean? Cause that's never, you know what I mean? I've never heard anybody say that type of shit. But yeah, shout out to Dr. Dre. He made the right decision.
Did you want to sign Kendrick?
100%. I don't know what I would have signed him to, you know what I mean? We ain't have our business intact, but that's how much I rock with him, you know what I mean? At that time, I met him, and instantly was like, man, you know, I was highly impressed and was like, damn.
So we need to figure out, and y'all might know, I don't know. So who came out first? Was it Cole or Kendrick? I thought personally they both came out in the same class. I thought that they just, you know what I'm saying? But this is interesting. We need to let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
That would have been the first artist in my mind, but come to find out, you know, he had bigger shit going on. So yeah.
And lastly, winding up here, Ebe. Ebe is here. I gave a gift to you to give to Ebe. The Allen Iverson.
I really want to hear this because they said
Allen Iverson.
For them to say, for Cole to say
some of the things he was saying, but
yeah, now see,
it's just like culturally, it was so fire to see like someone that was in the NBA that was just being himself and saying on some street shit and saying the wild shit he was saying. That shit was crazy. Like that shit was a moment.
And thank you, Ted, as well, because Ted helped.
Oh, Ted, Ted is my guy from
Shot good
from back home, and like I ain't really rock with Cole in the beginning because I thought I was better than him in basketball.
He wasn't.
It's debatable.
I mean, time really tells it. Like, right? Like, who's better right now?
I mean, you work out every day. You got Omar here, your trainer. You play basketball. Shit happens.
I mean, but who's winning right now?
That's funny.
At the time, though.
No, at the time we had battles for sure. We had battles.
Ted, my guy Ted from back home, I've known since 7th grade. We used to hoop all the time.
Shot good.
And he started rocking with Ted. You know what I mean? Because they was
Because we was real hoopers. Like when real talent recognized real. You know when you just see a nigga in the gym, you know he nice, and he see you and y'all see each other. It was like that.
So
his man. It was his man.
He come to St. John's with me to hoop. You know what I mean? And that's how they got close. But it is what it is. I was better at the time.
What's the importance of basketball camp? Phil.
Phil. Basketball camp?
Matt. Basketball camp.
I mean, basketball camp. Oh, Matt. Man, Trap.
Trap. Yeah. When you used to.
You know, I used to work at a basketball
funny.
camp.
Damn, how's he even? What the fuck is it?
Exactly.
You
That's
or
what I
E,
be
we have
talking
to know.
about.
Trap. And it's government too.
Yeah, we call him Trap. You know, I don't know who Matt is. But not Trap.
Hey, you're a real one for that one.
When we used to work at basketball camp and we had lunch, we used to go in the car and I used to be like, yo, listen to my man. And he'd be like, yo, it's Jermaine, they be hooping. I'm like, yeah. They're like, damn, this nigga nice. So that's, you know, those my guys, you know what I mean? So shout out to
He was
them.
the first one thing that I had when I was younger. I had drive, I had, you know, talent, I had ability. Eve was the first person.
I'm just thinking about this. Y'all, what if J. Cole right now is making another album? It never dawned on me this whole fucking interview. What if J. Cole, what if Naudware just came in this thing and just bombarded this man in the middle of making, like in the creation of making like another song for a hit for the next album? That's fire.
And I like to put the battery in my back of promotion. He was doing the promote. He was promoting me even before it was his job. He was just because he was.
I was just promoting to the homies really in the beginning, but
that created the momentum. And then he's the one telling me like, bro, what you gonna do with it? 'Cause I just was sitting on this music like, oh, I'm gonna get signed one day. Like niggas just gonna find me. He was like, bro, you gotta put something out. So Eve is the reason for a lot of things, but namely the reason why that first project, The Come Up, came out was because he was like, yo, I was against mixtapes. I thought it was corny. Everybody was doing them. Every nigga in Queens had a mixtape. Every nigga in Fayetteville had a mixtape. And Eve was the one who was like, nah, you got to get out there, you know what I mean? And so.
I was a big Joe Budden fan, so we reached out to DJ On Point.
Yep.
Shout out DJ On Point, Moo Music, 1, 2, 3, all that good shit.
Now, I also gave this to you because it's got an instrumental on it. Beat selection. Did Ebe help with beat selection of J. Cole? That's what I asked J. Cole.
I don't know if I really helped with beat selection. I might have suggested.
Yeah, I was
one
sure
is
about
better
to
than
say.
the other, but
You know what to selection that Eve is really helpful with and is sequence selection. He's a trackless god. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to these Dreamville artists, I think I'm pretty good too. But not only is he my equal, he might be my superior.
Crazy. Okay,
it's very nice. It's very nice of him to say that. I don't know if it's true, but I'll take it.
Very, very highly rated album sequencer. Anybody in the game, if you want somebody to sequence your album, and this is the guy right here.
I appreciate that.
I didn't think nobody would actually have like somebody to actually
raise my
run a
price.
sequence.
As Fat
That's
Joe would
crazy.
say. Yesterday's price is not
today's price.
Hey, that's true though. That's true though.
Lastly here, thank you.
I think I heard No Cap. No Cap just went up. What was it? He was 20. So YB is 300,000 for a feature. No Cap went from 25. Now he's at 50,000 for a feature. And I think his manager just came. Their manager came out and talked about that. So that's funny that they talking about this.
Thank you for letting me talk to J. Cole, because last time, remember, I saw you in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I gave you an LA Kings record. Do you remember that? LA Kings 45?
Pants,
wear the LA
the
Kings
pants
hockey
and the
jersey.
Air
I
Max
don't know nothing about
fire.
hockey, and I'm not an LA Kings fan, but he seen me rock the jersey, and he gave me a LA Kings record. I was like, yo, I still got it at the house, too. So
Walks around with LA Kings records in his.
like, he has the jersey.
Actually, we had another record for you, a 45 that I gave Cole, a basketball record from 1949, the Globetrotters. From 1949.
Yeah, 1949.
That's insane. Who's this guy?
That's crazy.
It's the dude that did it. Would you ever think that song came from this dude?
That's crazy.
Actually, he didn't do it. Brother Bones did it.
So he's just playing it?
I think he invented the Harlem Globetrotters. Abe did.
That song.
But Brother Bones actually wrote the song.
This guy invented the.
That song sounds way too black for
Yeah, this guy can't do that. He can't make that song.
He can't whistle that good, nigga.
But he can put some basketball players together.
That's funny as hell.
He's a good GM. He's the Harlem Globetrotters' first GM.
That's a gift for you from 1949 to continue the tradition of like an LA Kings record and now the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to get all the sports records. That's what I'm going to be, the sports records guy.
Well, thanks so much,
still need to
Eve,
listen to
and
this
do,
Allen
do,
Iverson.
do.
Do? I guess.
What?
It's a two?
Do, do, do.
You don't even think about
Do.
But you don't even think about it when
Winding
you
up
do the
here,
little
J. Cole,
do,
when did you learn
that's
to
crazy.
breathe?
That's a
Hold on. What question did he ask him?
To breathe.
Hold
up
on.
here.
We gotta go back and see what question he asked him real quick.
Winding up here, J. Cole. When did you learn to breathe?
J. Cole and Naudware with these weird ass.
That's a deep, very deep question. To breathe air?
Do you have any breathing tips?
Like meditation.
That's crazy.
That was just some philosophical type of question.
Like for singing, for rapping.
Oh, you know what I think it comes from? And this is a tip to, anybody that's aspiring musician, rapper specifically, if you take the craft serious, you know what I mean? And I think when you're spending your childhood and your teenage years listening to music, rap along. When you rap along with your favorite rapper, your favorite rapper right now might be who's popping. Who do you really want to interview right now? Who are you waiting on other than this one right here? Who is somebody you really waiting on from the young generation? Well, let's just say it's like Lil Baby, right?
I knew he's going to say Lil Baby.
Big
That's
Lil
crazy.
Baby fan. You want to be a rapper. You have to rap with him when you're listening. Don't just listen. Rap with him. And that's what happened with me in Breath Control and top tier breath control and ability to, use these lungs. It came from rapping along with all my favorite rappers, from Pac to Jay to Nas to Outkast, you know what I mean, to everybody.
That's how I feel with
Kendrick
and Lil Wayne.
I would think got good.
Kendrick and Lil Wayne.
I would love to talk to Lil Baby.
Those are probably the only two people that
Baby?
if you rap with them,
I would love it. I would love you to Pharrell the situation.
You gotta
try to
actually
Pharrell the situation for sure.
And speaking of the
have
new
great
generation,
breathing control.
Drewski, you took him on tour.
I took Drewski on tour. It was legendary.
What made him do that?
And he had a DJ too? Like he had a DJ?
Killed it. Drewski is incredibly talented, natural, hella funny. His skits are top tier, you know what I mean? He actually asked me, he was like, yo, is it cool if I come on tour? And I was already a fan of him, like, hell yeah, let's do it. And he killed that shit every night. That shit was rocking when Drewski was on stage.
J. Cole, thanks again for this interview. I really appreciate it. But I was thinking, a shout out to Catherine, because she helped set this up.
Catherine Frazier.
How long has
Thank you
Catherine
for
been
setting
his?
this up. I told you
been his
a couple
secretary.
years, was it maybe 3 years ago now? 2 years ago?
Day in Vegas.
Day in Vegas. I told you I would do it. I like to keep my word as much as possible. I hope you never felt like I wasn't going to do it. I always knew I would do it. It's the perfect time. Thank you for coming this way. Shout out to Catherine for making it happen and linking us. And yeah.
How did you first meet Catherine? Biz 3.
How did I meet Catherine? It was a time when I was working on Forest Hills Drive in L.A., Los Angeles. Today is the anniversary of 2014 Forest Hills Drive. It's crazy. So I met her when I was working on that album. I probably had parted ways with whatever. I don't have PR today. She's just a friend of mine who now just hits me if somebody hits her about something. I don't have PR. But at that time, I thought, I got to get a PR person.
I thought you would have to have PR.
And I met her.
Because you need somebody to control and put it. That's crazy.
Recommended meditation to me, which I had already dabbled with, but she gave me her experience with meditation. And I took that seed that she planted and was like, yo, I'm going to revisit this. And I meditated every day that year. And got up to twice a day, sometimes 3 a day. So thank you, Catherine. And you hear the album that came out from that, you know what I mean, from that process. So today's the anniversary of that, of that thing.
I thought they would bring up J. Cole,
lastly,
like,
quote,
I'm
Carolina's
That's interesting.
Finest. I probably said finest. Yeah.
On the LA
Leakers.
Leakers.
That was a good one.
And speaking of Carolina, I lastly have another gift for you, a North Carolina record for you to sample possibly on the J Dilla turntable. The Friendliest Land.
Never heard of this, never saw this one. Very interesting. I like to know all the North Carolina songs. Like James Taylor is legendary. I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Love that one. And maybe this one will be just as good.
From 1974, and it says Carolina, the friendliest land. I thought it would be perfect for you.
Friendliest land. In some places, maybe. I had a great experience, but some places can be a little unfriendly. But we'll see if this holds up.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure.
Nah, no doubt. Yeah, we love Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place, beautiful people. And we'll see what this is talking about.
Well, thanks so much, J. Cole. Anything you want to add to the people out there, though?
Here we go.
Fire. I'm hungry as hell, but I don't even feel hungry.
Too,
I was
J.
before
Cole.
this. I was hungry as shit. You nourished me through this interview. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
But I still feel like
Well,
in the
thanks
middle
so
of
much
this
for the
interview,
time. I really
this man
appreciate
was
it. And
probably
the
making
kind
a
words.
fire-ass, like,
And also,
hit or
why
song,
should people
whatever,
care about
for
J.
his-
Cole?
for
Why
his
should
next
people
album
care?
or so.
They don't have to care about me. They don't. They should. I'm not gonna say they should. If you do, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? If you like the music, that's what matters. But you know, I live a real life outside of this. You know what I mean? I do real things in real life. You don't have to care. And it's not that. None of this is that serious, me or otherwise. You don't have to care about me. But you know what I mean?
That's
If you
true.
do like what I put out and you support it, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Y'all changed my life through rocking with the music. So thank you very much. But nobody should care. You know what I mean? It's not that serious. But you know, y'all should care about Naudware. You're doing important things for the culture and for the documentation of this history. And there's a video of him talking to Kurt Cobain just sitting on the floor and shit. I don't know, you know, what type of substances were being passed around in that backstage, but it looked really fun, you know what I mean? And it's legendary. What year would you say that was?
1994, January 4th, 1994.
You remember the date.
How does
You
he
see the
remember the
encyclopedia of
date?
information that's in this man's mind? Very important. Thank you, sir.
Well, thanks for the kind words, J.
Oh
Cole.
my God, he
Keep
gonna
on
do that
washing your
incredible
hands
fucking
in the
long-ass
free
pause.
world and do.
I like that tone better.
Not the tone. Are they both gonna sit there for incredible amounts of long time? So hold on. What we need to find out is J. Cole the first rapper to do it twice? Is he the first interview to go twice with Naudware? That's interesting. We need to figure that out. J. Cole looking at him the same way he looked at him years ago. I feel like J. Cole one of the people I could smoke with, and he'll probably just be saying some off the wall shit, or he probably wouldn't say nothing at all, just be smoking. Look at he trying to hold. J. Cole is doing his absolute. I told you, he is trying his absolute best to hold it because this man has practiced this for so many years. Look at this. That's funny as hell. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Please, 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 please. I think I need to make sure that y'all understand that Dashy just came out with a video. I want to react to that one. There was a new URL TV just dropped. Hollow the Don versus K-Shine. I have seen only like half, to be honest with y'all. And I'm thinking about just reacting to the whole thing just to say screw it. They really need to drop Sue Surf versus John the Don. I have definitely seen that one, but I still want to. It's a lot I want to talk about that led up to the fact of what's happened in that battle. That for some of y'all who don't have the URL TV app, you don't know about. So if you want to know about it, definitely please comment, things of that nature. And that's crazy because I know I got gaming in my stuff, but I'm thinking that I'm actually going to start posting like highlights or things like that to this channel. It's a lot kind of I want to do with this channel, but I just don't do it. Time, work, things of that nature. But nonetheless, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all next time, man.
Can't rap and so haters. No tracks to impact the soul player. Feel that, just peel back your soul's layers. No probe, I tear a hole in you hoes. Blow a hole the size of a crater right on a nigga nose. Mama knows I couldn't be from this fucking globe. Moon glows and I ain't going gorilla mode. Four foes, I'm still tipping, I move slow. When I'm gripping it, hollow tipping it, tiptoe. To position, be itching to let the clip go. So pop lippin', I'm popping it through your lip node.
Y'all already know I got some more.